I'm Julia Fallstich. This is my husband, Zach Fallstich, and our children, Maxwell Fallstich, who is 10, and his little sister, Margaret Fallstich, who is 7.
We live downriver, and we've got the two amazing kids that Julia just mentioned, and we're just enjoying life. We're traveling as much as we can right now, and just trying to grab as many experiences as we can. Especially given that prior to COVID, Max was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in children, which is the most common form of childhood cancer. Thank goodness he had a very sort of treatable form, and he ended his treatment in January of 2020. We were counseled from the beginning by his oncology team that, look, not only is it going to be a trauma, that the child is going through, and that's going to, have an effect, but the treatment itself, the medication, he would have like some pretty explosive temper tantrums and the type of scenes where you would have to just kind of literally, pick up your child and, physically leave somewhere. You look at a child who's going through something like that and you want to help them, right? You want to console them, you know what I mean? But you're giving them a hug and you're saying, hey, dude, it's going to be okay. And that's still not quite enough. And so then you're like, what can I do? What else? What are the resources there?
And so we searched out a lot of things. We did just some regular therapy, and it wasn't really cutting it. So we went to our hospital where he was getting treatment and talked to them. So we figured there had to be other kids that were going this route.
Was it late 2018 or early 2019 that we started at the Children's Center with Dr. Witherell?
Yeah, I think it was 2018. It was the fall.
Yeah. That was just a real home run. Yeah. I mean, it was something that was great for Max. It was great for us, the family. She took the time to listen to us and our concerns about this individual child and his unique situation, and tailored the therapy to that.
I think sometimes when you do therapy, your child's just going in with a therapist. You get some instruction at the end, and that's about it. Whereas here, we've actually practiced what we were going to do when we were at home as well. But also seeing Dr. Alkalil and getting the right medication tailored to him, which, it took a few weeks to get it right, but once we did, it just amazed. We couldn't believe it, but also the teachers are there who have dealt with other children with ADHD. They just couldn't believe the turnaround that quickly. So with this medication and with both Dr. Alkalil and Dr. Witherell, he was able to see that and get there. So it's been really amazing.
You're always going to have those triggering things, and you're always going to have that anxiety, and you're always going to say, if something that bad happens, what if it happens again, or something like that. You're always going to have that. If we still had to have constant interventions for behavior, it would be that much more stressful for us.
I don't think we'd be able to have a sigh of relief, because it's such a toll on us too, right? And, people don't want to talk about what it does to the parents, right? And for us to be able to just see his success, there are these very minute things that you wouldn't think about having to get your child to be able to do, like sit through a movie, eat pizza, things that are fun. And just these small things that we're able to do now are so amazing to us, right? It's just things that you don't think about, or what the Children's Center has given to us. We've been able to have those things now that we didn't know when or how we were going to be able to do that.